Welcome to Business Connection Zoom Edition. I'm Liz Spencer. I'm joined today by Dr. Joe Haselhorst of Naperville Dentistry. Dr. Joe, welcome. Tell me a little bit about your practice.
Thank you. Nice to talk to you, Liz. I came to Colorado for dental school at Northwestern. I taught there for 20 years as an instructor at Northwestern. And I have 4 grown daughters who grew up in Naperville. Had my practice at the corner of Main Street and Aurora Avenue in downtown Naperville for almost 30 years. I've been active in the community, Rotary, Naperville JCs, and recently, though, I've been focused a little more on improving the practice and working on the practice. We provide all variety of dental services, from cosmetic to implants, root canals, orthodontics, all aspects of dentistry. Obviously, some situations require specialists, and we utilize some great specialists in the area when those situations arise.
So how has dentistry been disrupted during this pandemic?
Right, yeah. That's really been a tough one. I think your dental health is essential no matter what. I see a liquor store open or construction or the flower shop and then we are given a little bit of, they're hesitating with giving us some guidance on what we can do. And like I said, I think it's important. Dentistry has always been at the forefront of infection control. When I was in dental school, hepatitis C was a big concern. And there were a lot of dentists that died from hepatitis C. So that was drilled into us, and all dentists take that into account from the very beginning, that's really a number one priority is infection control and taking care of the practice. I've had discussions about this with patients too, but it is an important topic, very involved.
It is, and I would agree with you that dentistry is really an essential business, and in your mouth and your tooth care and all that. That's just kind of a really important part of our body that often gets overlooked. We take it for granted. We really do.
Right. Some people do, but some people are very diligent and very aware of taking care of it, and they get, even if you push off their 6-month appointment, they're concerned, and I like that, and so.
That's helpful. So what will your office be doing differently when we're able to reopen, and what are you thinking about? Okay,
well, yeah, we've been working on that. That's what we've had some time to do here during this, working with the staff and getting some things lined out. Most of the things are smaller things. I put all the details of them onto our website, napervilledentistry.com or napervilledentist.com. And I also have a column in Positively Naperville where I discuss this. We sent an email to patients. So there's a lot of detail to it. But 2 important lessons that I've learned in my years of practice here, since we're going through this, is number 1, you don't minimize a patient's concern. Mm-hmm. And number 2, you can't really diagnose them over the phone. So I do make it a practice to see everyone who has a problem as soon as I can, hopefully within the hour. Sometimes it takes a few hours. Our goal is to see them that day. Even through this, we've taken some precautions and extra precautions. We're separating patients, 20 minutes between patients, only one in the office at a time, things like that. But I just examined a patient the other day who had dentures. He called me and said he had a swelling, but no pain. And you might not say that's an emergency, but I said, well, let's take a look. I've learned this. And it turned out there was actually a swollen lymph node that had nothing to do with his dentures. So that might or might not be anything big or serious, but it is something that, you should pay attention to. Maybe you don't want to let go for a couple more months. So those are the decisions we're faced with,
That's right. Well, and often dentists can, find or discover something, wrong with you in another part of your body that we take for granted, again, because our mouth and our gums and our teeth tell us so much. So it's so interesting. Now, you have been working on a new procedure or improving a procedure that helps with restoring a missing tooth. And again, we often take missing teeth for granted.
Right. Yes, and that's been a big thing here lately. Everybody, mm-hmm. I think everybody's aware of dental implants, and the one thing that we've been working on lately is the mini dental implants. Okay. And the mini dental implants are huge important development in dentistry. And I could easily spend all day talking about it. But really, it just means that it's a smaller diameter implant than the standard ones. It's the standard ones I've been doing since like 2003. And I started doing these mini implants about 4 years ago. The system was developed by a dentist in Buffalo, New York. He's been doing them for over 20 years, done 20,000 of them. And he sort of perfected this system with these mini dental implants. Hard to see, but you can see that they're... So basically, this is what the mini implants look like, just pins in there, and then the denture goes on, or the bridge goes on top of that. A very simple system, very small, very unobtrusive. It's not an involved surgery, very little bleeding, no pain, and they can be restored right away. So it's really a great system. Like I said, I did these standard ones before. I've probably done over 1,000 of these mini implants now, and patient response has been amazing. And if they weren't successful, I wouldn't still be doing them. You might occasionally hear from someone that these mini implants are temporary or that they don't work. But I tell people, if you hear that, ask them how many they've actually done, because they do work. It's a great system, a lot less expensive. Actually, the mini implants are probably on average half the cost of the regular implant system.
And
so,
that allows,
big advantage for patients.
Doc, that allows the dentures to stay in permanently, so you're no longer taking the dentures in and out.
Right, yes, that's a good point. There are several options. We can use them to stabilize dentures, which is what they were originally designed for like 40, 50 years ago.
Okay.
They've been using them to stabilize your own dentures. Or this last model that I showed you is a bridge where now we can permanently cement them on there and they do not come out.
That's really helpful. You also mentioned to me that you had gone to a recent Chicago Dental Society conference and brought back some new state-of-the-art thoughts to the practice. Share a little bit with that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. One of the big things that I'm excited about is our new scanner. Rather than taking impressions for crowns now, we can use just a little wand here. Wow. It scans the teeth and that digitally sends a file to the lab. No more goop in your mouth. We have our laser, which we've had for a while, but we just improved that, and we're because of some of the developments that we learned at the midwinter meeting, we're utilizing the laser a whole lot more. We can even use it in place of the drills sometimes. We have a new wand too, intense light with the camera that can show us decay without an X-ray, and it clearly shows areas that might need a filling, which we might have missed before, or ones that we tend to watch. Not that we necessarily miss, but we might say, oh, maybe it's not that big, and we find out now that maybe it is. We need to take care of it. Those are a few of the things.
I think dentistry with technology has come so far in the last 5 to 10 years. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's super helpful to us. I think it helps patient care greatly, and it minimizes, I think everybody has some natural fear of the dentist, which I don't know why. I can't imagine anyone being fearful of you, Joe.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us, explaining a little bit about the dentist's role during this pandemic and letting people know that you are there to see them if they need to, and then all that you're doing with helping us with the latest in serving our teeth and our dentist care, especially the implants. Those are tough times when you lose a tooth or you get to that point. So thank you so much.
Yes, it is. You're welcome. Thank you for giving me a chance to tell people about it.
No problem.